Let me start with Divine. Who do you think really had to go on that Sunday?
Tega and Boma, obviously. I saw that comment.
Why?
I mean, they are the fish and okra. So
that's seafood okra right there.
On Sunday, there was a king-size eviction, the very first of its kind in BigBrother Naija history. Well, you know, biggest house, biggest twist. My name is Layemi, fearless, and this is PulseHotTakes BBNaija edition, brought to you by Patricia, where we give you our unfiltered opinion on the BigBrother Naija show. I'm not alone today. As usual, I'm with Anike, I am with Odion, and we have a fan of the show in the building as well, Divine. Big up for everyone. What's up, guys?
Hey, how you doing, bro?
We're good. First off,
Yeah.
that eviction on Sunday, Anike, they call on king size. What do you think?
My own opinion, to choke.
Oh, you guys expecting?
Because I was expecting at least 5 when they said king size, right? I was expecting at least 5, but we saw just 4.
Well, they were still close to what you thought. I was thinking at least like 8.
Come on.
For real?
I think the next number would have been 6.
Odion, what was the number you expecting?
Something around 4 or 5, because at that time, I think so many people believe that some of the housemates who were not actually pulling their weight had to go.
Yeah.
I feel like 4 was the perfect, because this is the
4
very
was king
first-
size for you.
Yeah, this is the very first time they're taking 4 evictions in a Sunday.
Yeah.
Very first time in Big Brother history. So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
For them just call on cheap size.
Cheap
Don't raise
size.
my
Like
voice
it
to
wasn't king size to me, because when you say king size, it's not even. King size is larger than large. Do you get? So it's supposed to be like.
No, because we've never had that huge number. Let's call it huge, because we're talking about 17 housemates and
Exactly.
you're letting 4 go.
Go
That's a
on-
lot. That's a
on a
lot.
Sunday.
Yeah,
that
that's a
could
lot.
happen that way.
Yeah, that's a lot. So I guess that's the reason it was called king size, and we had 4 people go home.
Okay, so let's talk about the people that went with the king size.
Okay.
On Sunday.
Bottega.
What is this? Come on.
That Bottega name, because I'd been seeing people say their hashtag is taboo. So I was laughing, and then I saw Bottega. I was like, how do people come up with it?
like
the
the
designer
to accept the final one? Okay, this is the one we're going with.
I think we're going with Bottega.
Bottega.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's more
don't have
bougie.
That ship has sunk now. No, we don't have that anymore.
How are you sure the zipper sank? Are you in their WhatsApp group?
exactly.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That one's a deal.
Yeah.
So okay, let's do this one real quick. Based on the 4 people that went on Sunday for
Yeah.
the evictions,
Okay.
which of them do you think was most deserving, so to speak? Let me start with Divine. Who do you think really had to go on that Sunday?
Tega and Boma, obviously. I saw that comment.
Why?
I mean, they are the fish and okra. So
That's seafood okra right there.
so I really saw that one coming.
Ikoyi restaurants in the mud.
Wow.
I really saw
Anike,
it
so which was
coming.
most deserving eviction?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Tega and Boma. But the thing is, after all of the ranting from Nigerians yesterday, I just kind of imagined, what if, this was because Tega said it was a script, right? What if, this was like a movie?
But Boma didn't corroborate that story.
No,
about
chill
being
now.
script.
I'm saying, what if this was a movie and, Tega had to do this because both of them are actors? What if, this was an actual movie and both of them had to do all of these things?
Okay.
Would Tega's husband, would Nigerians have these issues? Is it because it's a reality show and, we expect
Anike.
that a married woman will behave in a certain way?
Anike.
No, I'm not supporting Tega. I'm just assuming because we've seen actresses, married actresses,
Okay.
take on roles where, they have to
They do
kiss
stuff like that.
and smoosh and, and nobody's saying, oh,
Okay.
she's a married woman.
But
she
why
should
would
be
this
acting.
be a movie?
Wait.
As in,
Exactly. So that's
who are you giving?
Because Tega was saying it's a script, and
Wait.
that was because everybody, whether you like it or not, everybody comes to BigBrother Naija with a script. No matter how much of be yourself you want to be, everybody still
So
has
at
their
what
own
point
game.
did Tega and Boma discuss that they were going to do their script?
Exactly.
I'm not saying they had a discussion. I am just saying that assuming it was a movie and
Assuming it was a movie.
Tega and Boma had to do these things, would Nigerians be this outraged?
Nigerians-
because it's not
Nigerians-
a movie.
Yes. So the truth is, it wasn't a movie.
Yeah.
It's not as if Big Brother Naija season 6 was
Produced by-
Produced by a beg.
Pound Road or Iweka Road in Aba.
Sponsored by Patricia.
So the thing is this. I think maybe when she at the last minute Tega just realized that I don't F up.
Exactly.
So when I'm leaving the house, so when I come outside and I'm in front of the audience or in front of Ebuka and the rest of Africa, they're watching me, I'll just go up with the script that whatever it is that happened in the house was the script.
And the script always flies.
Yeah, people say, we always go to the house with strategies. That's not true. That wasn't what happened. It was just Tega being Tega, Boma being Boma, and together being both Tega. Yeah.
That was the reason why she said it was a script, because she has actually noticed that this is the thing that's making me go home. Exactly. Meaning Nigerians do not actually like this. So yeah.
True.
And even moreover, on the whole Tega issue, even while she was in the house and everything, when she said things like, whatever it takes to get that fame, she was already talking about fans buying her this, getting her that. So she felt she was serving content.
Exactly.
And the thing about the house is that whatever you're doing, you can't tell if you're hitting the viewers in the right way or in the wrong way. You just keep doing it. Nobody can tell you, stop that thing, they bang outside. So I think that was what happened to her. She felt she was serving content, but apparently...
And what about Boma in this case? That
it's a very Nigerian thing.
Clearly, she's a married woman. I mean, no matter what issues she might be having in her marriage, and he knew that she was a married woman, you still went ahead, right? Because I feel like as men, I'm not a man, but I feel like men have this bro code thing that they usually talk about, right? Mm-hmm. And as a man, I'm not sure that any man in their normal senses would just see another man's wife and just go after her like that. I'm saying like men in that men. I'm not a man.
See, because I don't know how if we want to concentrate on this you just said, we'll talk about the whole episode.
So would you say, as a guy, would you go after your friend's wife?
I would not go after my friend's wife, but don't
case closed.
But
that's AJ is not Boma's friend.
That's what I'm saying. Like majority of men have this bro code thing. Yeah. Right, that my guy's babe, she's off limits to the rest of the crew. True. We're going to, protecting our guy at all costs, because I know men would, if they see their guy's babe cheating, they won't do the whole, I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to spoil her. They will tell the guy, guy, this is your babe, she belongs to the streets. So going after a fully married woman that even has a child. And it's just, you're even telling her that, I wish I was your husband. I don't know. I don't know what was going through his head when he was saying all of those things.
You know how you're talking about Boma going after a married woman. Mm-hmm. The thing is, Boma has the right to go after anybody he wants to go after.
Married or not married.
Married or not married. Now the thing is, Tega, who's married, would say, okay, now I'm married, I have a child outside, I can't do this with you. So the bulk of the blame rests on Tega.
You're saying
I don't think the bulk of the blame rests on Tega.
It is because
they are two responsible adults.
Exactly.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. Let me say something.
So the self-control should have come from Tega.
Exactly.
Why?
Because you are the one who's coming with the I am married, I'm happily married, and wearing a wedding band to a reality TV show.
Played that card.
Yeah.
Yes. Even though, so I remember the very first night they joined the show, Tega said, I like fine men.
Yes.
Even as a married woman, my husband knows that I like fine men, and I'm like, okay, maybe she's just saying this just for gist, you get. But 2-3 weeks into the show, and you're already frolicking with a single guy who calls himself Okro, like he's not attached to anybody in the house, and you think that's the content people want to see. Hello, no, there's no way. I would say it here. The bulk of the blame is going to rest on that person, because you're going to say, yes, there are too much grown-up people who should take responsibility for everything they are supposed to do. But yes, you are married. You're going to say, okay, yes, okay. So last season or 2 seasons ago, what's his name? The guy that got to the final with Messi, Mike. Mike was married. Happy, just a few months married. He was barely a year into his marriage, and when he went for the reality TV show, and nobody had
barely weeks into his marriage.
Exactly. So and nobody said anything about Michael was doing something or flirting or anything but he just played the game with everybody. He played the game. He was the all-round guy, the guy everybody wanted to mingle with. Here you get. But you are coming here as a married woman. You're saying, they are both two adults who can actually. No. You got to the game. You were married, and you got there, and you started whatever it is you guys were doing. It's absolutely wrong. And trust Nigerians now. In public we hate fornication and adultery. But in public, in public
we hate it. In private.
No one knows about it.
Exactly. We are the master of the game in private, but in public you will be crucified and
I get your point too. I get your point, but I still feel like they're both adults.
Yeah.
And default is coming
Yes,
from the
default
both
is
of them.
actually supposed
All right,
to
so
be
let's
both
hang
of them.
Boma and Tega for a bit.
Okay.
Now, we're still talking about the evictions now.
Okay,
People that
okay.
got evicted. Now, let's talk about, Boma and Tega. People were angry with them, on to say fornication and everything.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about Peace and Michael now.
Okay.
Did you think it was time? Let me start with Divine. Did you think it was time for Peace or Michael to leave? And
I
what was
did
that
not
strength?
think it was time for Michael at all. The guy is a vibe. I mean, he's really a vibe. And it was so sad to see him go, but I know what happened. I feel like what happened was because everybody was up, like all 15 of them were up. And obviously, we have to vote for our fave. We like Michael, but he's not like the one. We want to see him there. We want to keep him, but we have to keep
Divine. The way you just said
Like, I don't get though.
wait. So who are you rooting for?
Big Brother meeting.
The way you just said, I'm like, okay, so who are you? Who's the fave that we're talking about here that we're all rooting for? Like,
It's not-
Well, she's a fan of the show. She has her own shoe.
Yeah, I get. Just go on. I just need to point that out. Yeah.
I just feel like, Michael is a nice person and I love his vibe. But because I had to vote for who I had to vote for, my
Yeah.
fave.
Exactly.
So he was like a second option.
We had
That's
this
why he
conversation.
Yes.
We had this conversation. I was saying that Michael, great guy, vibes, it's fine, but maybe let's assume that he joined the show when the rest of them maybe
Exactly.
he would have his own
concrete
fan base.
But
Yeah.
Michael does not have. I mean, maybe I've not used social media enough, or maybe I've not checked his followers enough. But I don't know the name of Michael's fan base.
Yeah.
Like Michael's fan base is made up of bits and pieces of every other person's fan base. And because you're trying to save one fan, save your favorite. You can't say, oh, I'm going to no. See, it's 15 people up. You can't afford to split votes.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So
True.
whoever is voting for
True.
Michael is probably his very close knit friends and family. It's not as if he doesn't have fans, but it's just sharing fan base with so many other people that
I think that's because he came
Do you think that the whole episode with Michael, losing it, punching the wall and everything, do you think it counted against him in any way? Because
No. That happened after the
when everybody would have voted.
Yeah.
The
Voting was
thing,
over
like,
already.
just to buttress our point, the thing is, he joined the game a bit late.
Exactly.
So by the time he joined the game, Nigerians already split with the other guys. Like, oh, this is our fave, So, like I said, it was just a piece of every other person his fan base, and you have the 15 of them up, and nobody was going to spare one IUC number for anybody. So everybody was going to save whoever it is was up for eviction. For Peace. Peace was the most peaceful. That's not the word I want to use. Let me use the word. She was inconsequential in the house. Yeah. She was non-existent. I'm just going to be blunt. She's a very beautiful girl. Beautiful. She has a great look. Everything was working out for her.
But what's the but?
But the but is, she practically was just there. Like she was the extra. When you have a movie that's having, you have Ramsino and Genevieve. Then there's this guy that's been sending, please, can I come for the role? Then they say, okay, come and be the one that will deliver the mail to Ramsino.
Did you just think of this analogy, or it has always been there? Like,
no. This is just comes up. It comes up when I'm talking. So it was just she was just there.
Somebody's 9 months. You say she's
Consequential.
It was for the show, not that she's a very beautiful, and she's probably going to have a promising career.
Probably.
No, she's going to have a promising career after, but for the house, no. Against the other guys, nah.
Anike, you feel the same way?
So honestly, right, I don't feel any type of way about Peace. Like, she's not someone that maybe I watch and I have any certain kind of emotions. Like, for example, now, say Pere. If I watch Pere, there'll be emotions, whether intentional or not. But when I see Peace, I'm just watching her. I'm completely indifferent whether she stays or whether she goes. It doesn't really do anything much for me.
Exactly.
I'm just what I really found surprising was that Pere, Periwinkles or whatever his fans are called. Wow. I mean, those guys. It's not Periwinkles they call them.
That's what they called.
I thought they called them Periwinkles.
Moving on.
Okay. I mean, like, they are doing a great job for that guy because he was not even in bottom 6, right? And I was thinking, a lot of people don't like Pere, and they always want to say, oh, Pere is going home every week in 2 weeks now. They say, Pere is coming home, blah, blah, blah. But, we are still seeing Pere on our screen. So, like, his fans are doing a good job.
Good job. What do you feel, Divine?
Yeah, actually said my mind. Yeah.
All right, so let's go to our major highlights for last week. So, Divine, what really hit it for you last week?
Boma and Tega. I would still say it. That was like epic. I woke up and my Instagram, everything is like Boma, Tega. That was my highlight for real. I'm like, what? And a husband also coming up. I'm like, no man, who advised this man to do this?
It was so messy.
Anike, what was yours?
Yeah, like the whole Boma and Tega situation, and also the fights that Boma had with Angel. So, in the words of someone, there was a particular relationship breakup that trended some weeks ago, where this the relationship was about 20 years old, and the relationship was in his 30s, and the relationship was like, you're a cradle snatcher, you go after young girls and everything. I know that word just came to me when I thought about this Boma and Angel situation, because these two people were having this very intimate moments in the executive lounge, and the next thing was telling her that you're doing like maggots. I'm like, that someone that you guys were having very intimate session in the executive lounge, and just went from 100 to 0 and say the person used to do like maggots. I mean, the child of your stomach. When please, I don't know how to say it. I don't want to speak Yoruba about this, but you were
Yoruba, the child of your stomach, as it they go.
Like you didn't know her age. You didn't know that you weren't supposed to have conversations with this person when you were doing all of those things, and then you came out now and you're now saying she's a mental patient. I mean, I like the fact that Angel really gave it at least as much as she could. She gave it to him like point blank. Like you say you're my parents' age mate, and here you are fighting for the same 90 million I'm fighting. Exactly. Like, so who is the person because you are saying it's the biggest achievement? This is going to be the biggest. Like, look at you at this age now. This is where you are. This is where I am. So I found it very annoying that they had that whole fight because somebody was kissing and of which Boma
is a kiss and tell.
Horrible one.
Like, I mean,
it does it like all these secondary school
there's really
children,
nothing to talk about in the house, fine, but there's just they should have some level of discretion, or being able to hold back or something. It's not everything that you're saying with somebody in one corner and you're going to tell the next person, even if there's absolutely nothing to talk about. So I found it very annoying because this particular person that was pointing fingers is someone that we all know. Like, Nigerians can see you that any little thing you are going to tell the next person. You're saying, oh, she's one that was kissing and telling. So that whole thing with Angel.
But if you ask me, I feel like Angel did not even insult him enough.
Exactly.
Like, she did not hit him.
Like, what was coming to my mind? Coming to my mind? Angel does not have a strike yet. So what was coming to my, as I calculated that thing,
I'm telling
Angel
you,
would just push in small provocation, just very small provocation. I know, let Boma just get very angry.
I'm telling you,
and just
one strike.
Pull her hair or do something, and then you get
violent.
disqualified. No, I'm serious.
I'm a fan of Love and Light. So.
No, I'm serious. So that was what was coming to my mind. That this Angel should just calculate this thing very. Just one strike she will get. They cannot disqualify her.
So
she should just do it and get it.
Funny enough, very interesting for me last week was after the party on Saturday night where Angel was playing this fake drama thing with Tega.
Yes.
This popular saying they say now when they laugh, they talk truth.
Exactly.
So she was doing it. So why you left your husband in the house? So come and cheat. Blah, blah, blah. It felt like they were acting drama, but in the highness, she was dragging Tega. You shameless.
Yes.
You left your husband.
You left your husband. You left your son.
And Boma got the joke.
Exactly.
So he was in shock and was was taking it.
Like Michael, the way he was putting the fire.
And Michael was just sparking the thing. Was just giving it. And it was so interesting to watch. I was like, this is it. Yeah, since you can't get physical in the house. Now you can actually give your points and you just be punching the guys and all that. Yeah, so it was really interesting to watch. So that was my highlight for the week.
Okay, pretty interesting. I think my highlight is from the Boma and Tega face-off as well.
Angel.
Boma and Angel, I beg your pardon. Yeah. Boma and Angel. I think it was really good. And the fact that Angel tried her best, to give it back and everything. Like Boma said, well, no, it was too much. Come on. He said too much.
And he came out on Sunday night and he was like, I want to do a movie on mental health.
Exactly. I'm like, what just happened? Like, I don't understand. What just happened?
He's trying to sell his brand now. He has to sell his brand now.
And there was this one about this Nollywood actor that came out to say that Nollywood is not dumping ground for BBNaija evictees.
Yeah, it's the AGN president.
president.
Yes,
Because any small thing,
do we
I'm
want to
going
have that
Nollywood.
conversation?
I'm just wondering any small thing, but that's just by the way.
I'm not sure I want to have that
No,
conversation.
that's like we said another episode entirely.
yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about aside highlights now. Best moment, worst moment. So I guess the highlight will still like make appearance in that, but best moment, worst moment. I think I should start with Anike on this one.
My best moment was when I saw the election, results, the voting results. When I saw Nini and Saga, that bottom six. It was just very satisfying. They didn't leave.
What is it? What is
But-
it against Saga and Nini?
So there's nothing against them.
I talked about this. I talked about this a lot last week. I'm not. So it's not as if I have this personal grudge against this. I'm not going to talk about it today. But yeah, it's fine. It's
We'll
fine.
bring it up.
So there's nothing against Nini and Saga. The thing is, I don't know if maybe Saga has not followed like previous seasons of Big Brother. What usually happens, because we saw it with
Make a reference.
last season. I won't even
Ozo.
go too far. No, let's even leave Ozo and Nengi.
Okay.
Lilo and Eric. We
That
saw
was
what
worse.
happened when Lilo came out. Like until today, like Nigerians have not forgotten. We saw the whole Ozo and Nengi situation. Even Zlatan had to use it to sing. Like, you know what happens when you're not playing your game? Because I mean, Saga came in with so much prosper. Like Saga was somebody that I was
Every
really.
time, Anike, every time you say Saga came in with so much prosperity, I don't understand. Think that
No, really. He came in like he was very smart. Like he was a very calculative person. Even from like that very first week, like you know, when they were doing like little things here and there, getting to know each other, like the way he was speaking, like he spoke like someone that had a lot of plans on that show. And then the next thing, when his friends just asked him that which one do you want to do between Henry and Nini, and we're like, he was like, oh, it's Nini I want. I was like, okay, go after Nini now. You have to really like, cement, and maybe he now took their advice, beyond the elbow, and he now wants to die inside that Nini, on that Nini hill. And that's so. When I saw their names in bottom 6 yesterday, I was like, Nini, she came in as a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Yes, Nini came in as a fan favorite. So, to see her in that, and it's just because of this whole situation with Saga.
Yeah.
Like, Nigerians are not even having it again. Like, that script.
I'm beginning to even wonder what Nigerians even want.
Yes, because
taking that from you, asking about what Nigerians really want. I even beg to differ about that case of, Saga should focus on the game and should leave Nini. He's still playing a game even with Nini.
But the game is not working. It's not working. See, Ebuka still used out to tell
didn't
him.
work for Ozo. Ozo went far in the game.
Exactly.
Ozo could have gone further. Trust me. Ozo could have gone further. I think there was a break.
Michael and Nina back then too.
See, Miracle and Nina. That was then.
Miracle, yeah.
That was what,
Miracle
3 years
and Nina.
ago, or was it 4 years ago? 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, it was very. Those guys were the cute guys then. So seriously, when Lilo and Eric now came in with the same scripts, Nigerians just got very angry.
I can go exactly.
Do you get?
Yeah.
And then also played the zone like, he was going to go with Dorothy, and then he said, he's not doing Dorothy again. He wants to go with Nengi, and then start following Nengi up and down. Like Nigerians now got like, this is just something that we do not want to see.
My problem,
and Ebuka told him, he
I
said,
get your point,
instead of it, you're out here missing diary sessions. When Biggie is calling, should we change Biggie's voice to Nini's voice? And he was laughing. Like, I'm not sure he really understands.
He didn't
like
get the message.
He still does not understand. Like, this whole game. I'm going to mention what's their name now? Emma Rose. What are their names? Liquor Rose and
Emmanuel and Liquor Rose.
Like, I mean, you see them together, right? But you can't really like fault them, or how I don't know how to explain. Like, you can't say Liquor Rose came to that show for Emmanuel, right? Because you always see them like they're everywhere. They are playing the game as much as they can. So you can't really say, she came to the show to be following man, or this one came to the show to be following, because they are interacting with the rest of the house. I know they are doing things like even Saturday night party. Nini and Saga are like this, facing the wall. Like, hey God, like just seeing their names in that bottom 6. They didn't leave, which is fine. But just seeing their names in that bottom 6, it just tells you that Nigerians as well are tired, because Nini the Nini that came in, Nini, Maria, those ladies were, at least they came in as, the fan favorites until, what's still happening.
Found love.
You get what's still happening happened to them. So, I mean.
Okay. Odion, best moment, worst moment?
Best moment. I think it was the eviction. Boma and Tega going home.
That was your best?
Yeah, that was my best moment for the week. Worst moment, I don't think I had anyone. Okay, probably the way Perez spoke to Queen when they had their fight. Okay, when people are fighting, I wouldn't say that, because when you're fighting with someone, you're not supposed to say something nice. You're actually going to insult the person anyway. Yeah. So, but him telling them, like, trying to shut everybody down, making him feel like he's the alpha and omega
alpha male
of the house. Yeah, making it sound like whatever I say, like, he makes the other housemates feel inferior. And I like the fact that the ladies are not having any of it.
Exactly.
Like, you come for me, I come for you.
Yeah.
You tell me one, I tell you five. It was off, but at the same time, I liked the way Queen addressed that situation, and the dragging. So there was a time Queen and NJ were having a conversation inside the room, and they were talking about the guys. Some of them used to reside outside Nigeria, and they were dragging them like, oh, you keep on talking about, oh, I live in New York, but you're probably doing 2 jobs there, blah, 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 and all that. No, it was interesting to actually watch these ladies actually drag these guys, because I think it was high time somebody actually put them in their place, and yes, it happened this week. Yeah, cool stuff. Yeah.
Divine, yours, best, worst?
My best moment was seeing Saga get a strike. Oh my God! Do you know that waiting your hand they do for that place? How did you spoil that thing? Like, I was in the room, my mom called me, said, Divine, Saga did something. Like, how did you touch it? What? Why? Yeah. The guy is too much. He's just too extra. And my worst moment should be seeing Michael go. I was so sad.
Yeah. May the forces be with you.
About Michael, I know, like, a lot of Nigerians are a bit sad about his exit, but the interesting thing about it is Michael left with a lot of money.
Yeah, I think he was the richest, was he?
Yeah. On Saturday alone, he won 2.5 million naira. On Saturday alone.
From Pepsi.
From Pepsi, yeah. He won 2.5 million naira with the other extra money that he had already accumulated. Yeah.
Almost 5 million.
Almost 5 million naira. So that's enough. Okay, so during one of his diary sessions, he said he's going to use part of the money to help one of his aunties who's just recovering from cancer or something like that. So he's going to give her that, then parts of the music. So that's a lot of money to start, whatever it is he wants to start with. And I know...
he looks like someone that's even going to get a lot of brand.
Yeah, he's going to get a lot of
he has that personality.
Yes.
Charisma.
True. So I guess he's going to be one of the successful housemates after.
Musically speaking, do you think he can put out, like...
Let's not talk about it. Don't ruin this. I just gave a very beautiful speech. You don't want to ruin it. Layemi, don't do this, man. Moving on.
Okay, moving on. Because personally, I'm still waiting for, Hitmaker from BBNaija, bro. We'll talk about that.
Lekon is a hitmaker.
What do you mean?
Yeah, throwing shades.
I don't know, but me, I'm still waiting for my own. Did I say
okay?
Hey.
I don't understand.
Verified is a jam. Verified is a jam. I did not.
Me, I'm not there.
See, I said it so. Verified is a jam.
Verified is a jam. I beg you. Okay, all right. So wrapping it up now, let's just rate the housemates from last week 1 to 10 based on everything that happened. Let me start with you, Divine. 1 being the least, 10 being the most. The housemates collectively.
7. I think
7.
This week was a lot of drama. I like it.
Oh, interesting.
I like it.
That's Anike's number, isn't it?
Yeah, 7 is my number, but
Oh God.
okay, I will give them maybe 6.5 or 6 or even 5. No, really, because I don't know how to explain. I think I've said this thing before. Like these housemates, they are kind of a bit boring. So it now looks like there's a particular set of people that are giving us what the kind of drama that Nigerians want to see, as opposed to the other set that are just there and anytime from now they'll be out. Yeah. Like it just feels like that. It feels that way this season. Like I don't know, previous seasons, every week, I mean, there's always somebody that this person has, tried and everything. So if they go but this season they all have this. I don't know. They brought this chill vibe.
That's why I keep saying the same thing.
And again, Sasuke and Yousef.
wait, Anike. That's why I keep saying this thing. Yeah. I know they may come for me, but the thing is this: because of the way these housemates have been acting since they joined the show, that's why White Money is having the edge above everybody in the house. Because they're practically not doing anything. He just sings and Nigeria is screaming, oh God, White Money can create an album out of nothing.
Don't do that.
Don't
do that.
Wait. If the other housemates were actually active. Now we're talking about Saski, Yousef. Yousef just nods his head every day during the party.
And he has fun.
Wait.
I don't understand. Say that Yousef is a talk for another. I don't understand.
Yousef doesn't do anything in the house.
Yousef and Saski.
Like, and the whole talk on social media where people say, oh, Sasuke is the content.
I don't know.
I'm beginning to think, okay, so what's this content we're talking about?
Define content.
Are we just saying it because she's
actually a very fine girl.
No, now
We're
that's
not talking about
nobody's
beauty
talking.
now.
She's a very beautiful woman now. I get it. She's very attractive. Yeah, fine. But what's she doing in the house? What's the content she's serving Nigerians? Nothing, but she's there. Yousef just nods there every day. During the parties, just dances. Probably wins some of
And he wins a lot of tasks.
Yeah.
Being just there. Not doing anything.
And I said it,
and
I said it yesterday. See, let me tell you, Yousef might just end up winning this show.
Nah.
Please, no, we'll not let that happen. He can reach
So
top five.
this
We'll
show,
let that
chill.
happen.
Let me tell you.
Now, people like that exist. There are always people like that in the
Let me
house.
tell you,
There
wait.
was the Diane Rossett too. She was just there.
He will get to top
Nobody
five probably.
that till
But
almost the
Let me
final.
let me tell you the reason I'm saying this. You know the voting pattern this year is different.
Yes.
Previous years you'd do bulk SMS voting. Now it's you and your PVC called the IUC
exactly.
Yes.
number. So now
And IUC has level. So if maybe your fans now the type that have like the low level DSTV and OTV. No, I'm not broke shaming anybody. I'm not broke shaming. You know there's levels.
Yes.
If you have like the lowest, they will give you like 150 votes. Then higher, they'll give you 350 votes, 500 votes,
True,
like that.
true.
Same thing with So if your fans have more of the lower level,
votes,
so they have to put in like times 2 efforts.
Yes.
Of
And
the higher
again,
one.
if your fans don't even have patience. Because if you register on the mobile site, for example, now, and they don't send you the OTP on time, you can vex and say you're not doing it again. No, seriously. Like,
this guy has
it can take days.
This guy has survived eviction for like how many
I
weeks?
think 3.
Him against
telling you.
Nii went home. Him against Boma, Almighty Boma.
Then the other one was a fake.
He wasn't even the
eviction.
bottom. He wasn't even the bottom.
What's in
six.
bottom 6?
And the more you escape evictions, the stronger you actually get.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I'm sure this guy comes from the region where I think they will take it personal and say, you know what, we're going to keep him in the show. He has fans, he has people. You will just be surprised. I think there was a Big Brother, not Big Brother Naija, a Big Brother Africa edition. I can't remember the one where the person nobody expected to win actually won that season. We'll just be surprised that your fave and Yousef will be on the front of the podium and people say the winner of Big Brother Naija is, and Nigerians will be like,
Not when
White
we're
money.
here, please. Not when
I'm
we're
not
here.
mentioning anybody's
See,
name.
the whole point this season is just if you are not voting, or if you think that you are registering numbers, and see, it's not by text message this year.
Exactly.
I think a lot of people need to now understand this. That it's not by text messages. You have to be, first of all, you have to have the whole IUC, code and everything. Also, you have to be patient and you go to the mobile site or the desktop site and vote. Because I know a lot of people that have tried those registration things and it takes long to get the OTP for you to now finally register and start voting. So make sure if your fans are grad people that they don't have time.
You're on your own.
You're on your own, yeah.
All right, Odion, what's your rating for?
Okay,
last week?
for last week, I'll give them a 7. The reason is this: they had so many issues in the house, fights up and down, here and there. And it was interesting to watch.
It was very interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting to see these guys fight and all that. And when you're rating these things, you also have to add the Saturday night parties, the Friday night parties. Oh, so shout out to that DJ that performed on the second DJ on Saturday night. That guy. Okay, let me just talk about this thing. So you know how they always bring DJs that are well known, they have 3 million followers on Instagram, and they come and when they perform, we start dragging them. So now they went to bring one DJ that I don't know if this guy is popular, but the guy sounds like the kind of guy that will play for moneyless naming ceremony in the estate, and he came and he killed it.
Yeah,
and people were like,
those estate DJs used to make sense.
You know those estate DJs now.
They used to make sense.
They only feel now said their mixtape. He looks like that kind of DJ, and he nailed it. It was awesome. So when you're rating these shows, you have to add the Saturday night party, even the eviction. When your fave is saved, you'll be like, okay, wow. wow. Then when the person you don't support goes home, that's also an addition to it. So yeah, so I'm going to give them 7. Yeah, and I hope that this coming week they just keep on improving on their game.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I think for me to be a 7 as well.
Yeah.
I mean, the week was the way it was. So there's a picture that's been stuck in my head, like this, like the final line of conversation.
Okay.
That's stuck in my head since the eviction. When Boma was mentioned as, Boma leave the house and everything. Did you guys notice what Angel's reaction, so to speak?
No, I didn't.
It was like she wanted to do something, then she changed her mind because she stood. She did
looked.
something.
She was confused, but later on, before the camera went off to Ebuka, she was trying to go and hug him. Like she stood up.
Are you sure she was trying to hug him?
I think so. She stood up towards him, walking towards him, obviously to hug him because he was leaving.
To me,
So
it looked like she was going to go in front of him and
Wow.
who's smiling now?
Angel is not that.
kind of
Angel
thing.
has a very pure heart. If we want to even have that conversation, trust me.
Have you guys noticed that any of all the guests that we've had on this show, once you talk about Angel, they just start saying Angel is this, Angel is that, Angel is
Is
that.
she not?
Don't, like
Please
physically,
wait.
I don't
Divine,
know.
Please
but
wait.
I mean,
Odion, please give us your unbiased, unfiltered opinion
About
Angel.
Angel.
Go.
About Angel, I don't have any opinion about Angel.
All right, that's it for this week on Pulse Hot Takes BBNaija edition, brought to you by Patricia. Then always remember that you can be a part of this show. All you have to do is send us a DM across all social media platforms expressing your interest, and you can be right here. My name is Layemi Fearless from Odion, Anike, and Divine. We say ciao.
Cheers, guys.